Did you know there's a tribe where having children is more than a tradition, it's a passion? Or a place where living to 150 years old is completely normal? In these tribes, people duel lions and feast on monkey meat as part of their daily lives. They communicate using shouts and whistles that echo across the land. There's even a tribe where drunk men struggle to get home, not because they fear their wives, but because their homes are in such unique locations. From what I've just described, can you imagine which tribes these might be? What do they do that shocks everyone who learns about them? Sit down and join us as we explore 9 tribes that challenge the modern world. Deep within the Amazon rainforest lies a remarkable tribe of women who have built a society completely their own, untouched by modern life. With around 700 women living together, they've created a way of life free from the influence of men. From a young age, girls are trained in all the skills they need to survive in the wild. Hunting, gathering, crafting, they master it all. They grow up strong, independent, and self-reliant, forming a community that thrives without outside interference. But one question inevitably arises. How does their population continue without men? The answer, as surprising as it may be, lies in their unique approach. When the time comes to expand their community, the women set out into the jungle to find strong, healthy men from nearby tribes. They bring these men back, but only for one purpose: to help create the next generation. Once that purpose is fulfilled, the men do not stay. And yet, there's more to this tribe's customs than meets the eye. If a child born is a girl, she is raised to embrace the tribe's values and survival skills. However, if the child is a boy, his future takes a different path. Some boys are exchanged with neighboring tribes for vital supplies, such as food, clothing, or tools. What do you think? Could a community like this survive in today's modern world, or is it something only the heart of the Amazon could sustain? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Imagine a hidden valley where time seems to have paused, a remote sanctuary nestled nearly 87,000 feet above sea level. Home to about 87,000 people, this place is known for its residents' incredible longevity. Many live to be 120 or even 150 years old, remaining active, healthy, and full of vitality. This extraordinary place is Hunza, a secluded region near the Xinjiang-Pakistan border. Hunza women are famed for their striking beauty, characterized by fair, radiant skin and delicate features that set them apart from neighboring populations. Their beauty is paired with an incredible vitality. Women here can bear children even into their 60s, a rarity compared to the rest of the world. Even more remarkable, illness is almost unheard of, drawing the attention of scientists and health experts eager to uncover their secrets. The Hunza people attribute their longevity and youthful appearance to their unique lifestyle and diet. Their mostly vegetarian diet features fresh, green vegetables, fruits, and grains. Meat is a rare indulgence, reserved for special occasions, a practice believed to lower the risk of age diseases. An intriguing custom is their annual fasting period, during which they survive on apricots and water made from the dried fruit. Fishing poles line the road and apples hung from trees. All the grains they taste become food for the mistress food. They also drink and bathe in glacier water, rich in minerals, which they credit for their smooth, youthful skin. Life in Hunza is simple yet incredibly active. The elderly, far from slowing down, regularly walk 15 to 20 kilometers a day, navigating steep, rugged mountains. Physical activity is a cornerstone of their way of life, keeping them fit and mentally sharp. It's common to meet 70-year-olds here who outperform much younger individuals in stamina and endurance. But now, let's move to another fascinating tribe. Living in groups of 30 to 40, they share a peculiar tradition: daily monkey feasts. Can you guess which tribe this might be? Stick around, and I'll reveal it in just a moment. And before we continue, take 5 seconds to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest videos. Your support means the world to us. The Hadzabe tribe lives a lifestyle that feels like a window into humanity's ancient past. Known as lifelong gatherers and skilled hunters, their diet includes monkeys, earning them the nickname enemies of monkeys. Astonishingly, the Hadzabe have preserved a way of life virtually unchanged for tens of thousands of years, closely resembling early human existence. The only modern adaptation they've accepted is clothing, which is provided by the Tanzanian government. Relationships among the Hadzabe are fluid and flexible. When a couple stays together for over 20 years, tradition suggests they move in with the wife's mother. However, if partners grow apart and remain distant for more than 2 weeks, separation is considered normal, allowing each person to move on without judgment and form new bonds. Hadzabe. Their survival depends on an intimate connection with nature and a rejection of modern conveniences. They drink straight from lakes and rivers, often shared with wildlife, and rely entirely on the land for sustenance. Cultivating crops isn't part of their lifestyle. They gather only what they need, leaving no seeds behind to grow again. Honey collection is similarly unrestrained. Scattered by fires and warmer climates, honeys are burned, removing their honey rather than preserving the hive for future use. The tools the Hadzabe use are as simple as they are effective. With bows and arrows crafted from plants, they hunt monkeys and gather resources from the wild. Their diet consists entirely of unprocessed foods, and they rely on basic methods for cooking, using rocks and sticks to start fires. Their ingenuity extends to their shelters, which they build using only tree branches. These small dome-shaped huts are made without bricks or mortar. A sturdy central branch provides support, while smaller branches form the structure, tightly woven to resist wind and rain. Decayed branches are used for roofing, creating an inexpensive and practical solution. These homes are simple yet remarkably effective against harsh weather. Even partner selection has an interesting twist. Men with deeper voices are believed to be better hunters and gatherers. While there's no scientific proof behind this, it's a unique tradition that adds a layer of intrigue to their way of life. Deep in the heart of Ecuador's Amazon rainforest, the Huaorani people, also known as the Wahan Tribe, lead lives almost entirely untouched by modern civilization. With a population of roughly 4,000, this indigenous group has preserved traditions that stretch back thousands of years. Depending on the dense jungle for their daily survival, renowned for their resourceful gathering techniques, they hunt monkeys, wild boars, and toucans to sustain their community. A typical day for a Huaorani gatherer begins high in the treetops, where they meticulously track the movements of monkeys. Their tool of choice, the umen, is uniquely suited to this task, helping them navigate the challenges of the jungle. Years of climbing and crouching among the trees have left their mark on the Huaorani's bodies. Many tribe members have unusually flat soles and distinctive foot shapes, and some even possess an extra digit, 6 toes or fingers, a feature that sets them apart physically as well as culturally. Central to Huaorani life is chitra, a traditional fermented drink made from cassava. The preparation process is as labor-intensive as it is fascinating. After boiling and draining the cassava, tribe members chew it before spitting it back into the pot, where the enzymes in their saliva kickstart fermentation. This unique step is vital, creating the microorganisms that give chitra its characteristic flavor and nutritional benefits. Simplicity defines the Huaorani way of life, extending even to their clothing, or in some cases, the lack of it. Garments, when worn, are called komi and are crafted from natural cotton fibers and palm trees. Imagine spending a day with the Huaorani, learning their unique gathering techniques, or perhaps even tasting chitra. Would you take the chance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You may have heard about the unique houses made of cow dung by the Masai people, but have you ever wondered about the lives of those who built them? While the Masai primarily live in Tanzania, their traditions are deeply woven into Kenyan culture, offering a glimpse into a lifestyle that has resisted the pull of modern urbanization. What sets the Masai apart is their harmonious relationship with wildlife. Unlike many communities that rely on hunting, the Masai do not hunt wild animals for food. Instead, they sustain themselves through livestock, primarily cattle, sheep, and goats. Their diet revolves around meat and milk, with vegetables rarely consumed, reflecting a commitment to their traditional way of life. In Masai villages, you'll encounter a unique social structure. Chiefs often have multiple wives and many children, all living together in homes built from mud and cow dung. Remarkably, these homes are constructed by the women of the community, challenging the common assumption that house building is a man's role. Their respect for the environment, their intricate social systems, and their dedication to preserving their traditions make the Masai a truly fascinating culture to explore. To be born male into the Masai tribe is to be part of one of the last great warrior cultures in the world. Boys are trained to be warriors almost as soon as they can walk, learning the responsibilities of manhood. Warriorhood is a central source of pride in Masai culture, celebrated through elaborate rituals and ceremonies. Guided by fathers and elders, young boys learn the customs, laws, and skills they will carry into adulthood as respected elders. The Maasai's patriarchal society places men in primary decision-making roles, while women take on crucial roles in the family and community. With an average life expectancy of around 45 years, Maasai women endure physically demanding lifestyles and are often married into families according to tribal customs. Access to formal education is limited, but Maasai women play an essential role in preserving traditional skills and knowledge. Breaking of contact with family and friends are at least 50% higher for male satellites than for females. Despite these challenges, Maasai women embody resilience, fostering a powerful sense of sisterhood and unity that strengthens their communities. Their enduring spirit and dedication to tradition ensure that the Maasai way of life continues to thrive. High in the trees of southeastern Papua, Indonesia, the Coro tribe has carved out a way of life that remains untouched by the modern world. Living in tree houses that soar up to 12 meters, and in some cases as high as 35 meters, above the ground, the Coro have chosen an elevated lifestyle for reasons of safety and practicality. Perched above the forest floor, their homes offer protection from floods, wild animals, and even rival tribes, while also ensuring privacy in the dense jungle. Each Coro home is built entirely from materials gathered in the forest, resembling enormous bird nests large enough to shelter entire families, sometimes as many as 12 people. Some homes are supported by a single tree, while larger structures rely on multiple trunks for stability. Reaching these towering abodes requires climbing rope ladders, a task that even the most agile tribe members find challenging. For those who've had too much to drink, sleeping on the ground is often the safer choice. The Coro design their homes with functionality in mind. Cooking areas are placed beneath the main living space to reduce fire risks. Men wear simple attire, often just a vine around their waist, while women craft skirts from dried leaves. Tattoos are common, serving as markers of personal identity and cultural history. Living in harmony with their environment, the Coro are skilled gatherers. Men venture into the jungle to harvest palm trees, which are stripped for their pulp. Women then process this pulp into flour through a labor-intensive sifting process. The palm flour is dried by fire and can be stored for months before being cooked, often baked inside bamboo tubes with shrimp, fish, or other fresh catches from nearby streams. Coro women are also experts at collecting shrimp, crabs, and snails, adding protein-rich foods to their diet. One of the Coro's most unique foods is the larvae of palm trees. After a palm is left to decompose for weeks, it becomes a breeding ground for larvae, which are harvested and eaten. These larvae, rich in protein and fat, are a vital food source and a testament to the Coro's resourcefulness. The practice may remind some of Southeast Asia's coconut worm dishes, though for the Coro it's simply another way to make use of the forest's offerings. Isolated from the outside world, the Coro have developed unique ways of communicating. Their language includes shouting and whistling, combined with visual signals such as smoke, trail markers, and even reading footprints. Few members of the tribe are literate, but their communication methods are perfectly suited to their surroundings, demonstrating their ability to thrive in an environment that remains foreign to most. In the highlands of Papua, Indonesia, the Dany Tribe stands as a fascinating testament to cultural preservation and traditional living. Isolated from modern civilization, the Dany have carved out a life that remains rooted in their ancestral customs and deep connection to the land. Accessible only by air, their way of life is defined by unique traditions, from their distinctive attire to their shared communal practices, offering a rare glimpse into a world untouched by time. Dany men take on the role of primary providers, skilled hunters who proudly wear the koteka, a traditional garment made from natural pumpkin shells. This simple yet practical attire reflects their resourcefulness and cultural pride. Dany women, on the other hand, wear noken, beautifully woven skirts crafted from orchid fibers, which drape from shoulder to knee. These garments not only represent the tribe's identity, but also underscore their close relationship with their natural environment. The Dany community resides in Honai, small, sturdy huts with roofs made of tree bark or palm leaves. Built to withstand the highland climate, these structures provide warmth and protection, showcasing the Dany's ingenuity in adapting to their surroundings. Among the Dany's most solemn traditions is their unique way of honoring family members who have passed away. In mourning, some women engage in physical expressions of grief, a symbolic act that leaves a lasting mark, signifying the pain of loss. They also paint their faces with somber designs, turning personal sorrow into a collective tribute of remembrance and solidarity. The Dany's treatment of their deceased reflects a profound respect for their ancestors. Bodies are carefully preserved using traditional methods, allowing them to remain intact for generations. These ancestral mummies are revered as sacred links to the past, ensuring that the memory of loved ones endures across centuries. Marriage customs in the Dany tribe emphasize the importance of family alliances and community bonds. Men may take multiple wives, provided each spouse is supported with a separate hut and plot of land. The bride price, often involving valuable livestock, underscores the importance of these unions. Pigs, a vital asset in Dany culture, play a central role in marriage arrangements, symbolizing wealth and commitment. Food preparation in Dany culture is a communal event steeped in tradition and celebration. Pigs, a dietary staple, are cooked through a ritualistic process that brings the tribe together. Using heated stones placed in a pit, layers of cleaned vegetables are added, topped with pig meat and wrapped in leaves tied with rattan. This natural steamer slowly cooks the meal, infusing it with rich, earthy flavors. Once ready, the community gathers to share the feast, embodying unity and the importance of shared sustenance. In the remote highlands of Papua New Guinea's East Sepik province, the Yafo people live in forested communities that remain largely untouched by modern influences. Their lives follow ancient rhythms, deeply connected to the natural world. The Yafo first gained international recognition in 1988 when British explorer Benedict Allen ventured into their secluded world, bringing this enigmatic tribe to global attention. The Yafo live in close-knit communities where every member plays a crucial role in their survival. Their way of life revolves around gathering and small-scale farming, echoing traditions seen across indigenous groups in Papua New Guinea. Surrounded by dense forests, the Yafo cultivate staple crops and rely heavily on the land's resources, gathering wild fruits, roots, and herbs while hunting small animals to supplement their diet. Papua New Guinea is celebrated for its extraordinary cultural and linguistic diversity, with more than 800 languages spoken across the country. Each language represents a distinct cultural identity, and the Yafo contribute to this vibrant tapestry of human heritage. Their isolation has allowed them to preserve a way of life that offers a rare glimpse into humanity's pre-industrial past, untouched by the rapid transformations of the modern world. Like many tribes in the region, the Yafo likely use body adornment and tattooing as expressions of identity and spirituality. While detailed accounts of Yafo customs are scarce, similar cultures in Papua New Guinea practice tattooing as a deeply symbolic art form. These tattoos often signify status, achievements, or significant life events, with each design carrying meanings understood intimately within the tribe. Far from being simple decoration, such adornments act as permanent markers of personal history and tribal heritage. The Yanomami people, an indigenous group living in the rainforests of southern Venezuela and northern Brazil, have called one of the world's most biodiverse and remote ecosystems home for thousands of years. Their territory stretches across the vast Orinoco River basin and the northern reaches of the Amazon, a lush environment where their way of life is deeply intertwined with the forest. Far from modern society, the Yanomami have adapted perfectly to their natural surroundings. The Yanomami reside in close-knit villages called shabonos, large, circular communal structures that often house entire extended families under one roof. Constructed from natural materials like palm leaves and wood, these shabonos feature an open central area where the community gathers to share meals, perform rituals, and bond. These villages are semi-nomadic, meaning the Yanomami periodically move to new locations, giving the land time to recover. They leave behind only biodegradable materials which blend seamlessly back into the forest. A cornerstone of Yanomami survival is their sustainable slash-and-burn agriculture, a method they've practiced for centuries. By clearing small patches of forest and burning the vegetation, they create nutrient-rich soil for planting crops. After a few years, they allow the forest to regenerate, ensuring the ecosystem remains healthy. This shifting cultivation not only supports their needs but also preserves biodiversity, making it an effective and sustainable way to live in harmony with the land. Globally, this method supports over 200 million people, highlighting its importance in forested regions. The Yanomami's deep understanding of this natural cycle ensures their resources remain abundant, preserving the forest for future generations. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.